Hi everyone and welcome. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Jada and I am a multimedia artist. I primarily paint in watercolor and gouache, but I also do ceramics and I've been getting into weaving. I know how to crochet. I want to learn how to knit one day when I can figure it out. I kind of gave up on it a little bit, and I am interested in a lot of different types of creating. What I want to share with you is something I've been silently building in the background for the past couple of months. This artwork is the first painting in my new print club, the Bee House Print Club. For a long time since I've started my YouTube and sharing my art journey, I've been wanting to create a mail club or a print club like my art peers and people I looked up to. I never really had the confidence when I was just starting out. I didn't think that I could start something so big while I was working at such a high capacity, working full time, taking on making YouTube videos and painting consistently again. I thought I was too small to start something so big. But I want to start something that doesn't rely on algorithms or launches or chasing like trends and stuff like that. I just want to make art and send it to people. I work in a very small studio, which is really just a room in my apartment. And everything that I do for my small business, for sharing on the internet, happens on a tiny blue desk. I can really say that my art journey hasn't become a big thing. It's not really fast, but I think it's very real, and a lot of people can relate to me and my journey as an artist. I'm not chasing quitting my 9 to 5. I actually really love my job and I want to continue doing it in a different capacity. I work with animals and I work with people who need support with their animals, and I work with a great group of people who love giving that support for animals and people, and I want to continue doing that potentially for the rest of my life. The Bee House Print Club started as a tiny idea that wouldn't leave me alone. I kept thinking about how much I love getting letters, real ones, and ones filled with art from my favorite artists. The anticipation, the seeing the creation process, and knowing that I'm gonna get a piece of something like that really meant a lot to me when I was a part of different mail clubs throughout the years. I realized that I want my art to live beyond just being on a screen. I want my art to be held, to be loved, to be used. I also want a way to make work more consistently, more sustainably, and not just big bursts of energy following a huge long wait or a burnout. This club is a way for me to show up one piece at a time. And every month I spend on a painting, a studio letter, a sticker, a little bonus extra is a tiny window into everything I'm working on or thinking about. And honestly, it's been a little bit of a challenge and very scary to start. And as a self-taught artist, I always felt like I was behind on my other art peers or the people that I looked up to as a growing artist. I never felt like I could be a part of the artist community. I always felt like I was behind and not being seen, or, talking to an empty room. But now I want to build this mail club to build a community of like-minded people who enjoy art, enjoy slow art, enjoy mail, want something that's beautiful and handmade. So I am giving this a try, even though I'm kind of starting at a very small, slow pace. I am really excited because I did get my first mail club subscriber, and I just think it's all going up from here. I'm trying to stay really positive with my mindset. I've been posting every day, cross posting every day, trying to get my print club out there, trying to get it seen, trying to find people who are really interested in my work and wanting to support me. So it's been challenging, but also really rewarding to finally get that first person who said yes. And I hope that more people in the future say yes or just share my journey. I would also like to thank everyone who does show up for my longer videos. I know it's easy to watch short snippets of a painting on TikTok or Reels or YouTube Shorts. I really appreciate those of you who stuck around with me for years and comment. I know who you are. I really, really appreciate you. And thank you so much for showing up and supporting me. My favorite part of the painting process was painting all the creatures that are connected to this plant. I specifically picked this butterfly because I love the colors, but it's a specific species of butterflies that are interconnected with the carnation flower. And I chose the carnation over the snowdrop as my focal flower because I felt like it was more of a challenge and it was more of a eye catcher flower. It's a really big, bold flower. It's very challenging to paint because there's lots of ruffles and interconnected pieces to make a full bloom, and I hope I did a good job. So far I gained a lot of confidence in my artwork, and I've gained a lot of support from people who see my artwork. I never thought that I could obtain a style with botanicals, but I truly believe now. I didn't believe this so much when I was a newer artist. I just heard the advice and was like, yeah, but how do I find my style now? But now I truly believe, as a artist who has been sharing their work for over, I don't know, nearly 10 years, 9 years. I know it's been a while. So as an artist who's been sharing their work for a while, I feel like my art is ever developing and my style is ever developing, but you truly find what works for you while painting and doing it repetitively and through trial and errors and just painting. Just you just have to paint, and sometimes we all get caught up trying to stick to a certain subject or style, but you really have to branch out and really find what works for you, and then the style will come. It will come very naturally and you wouldn't even know what happened. This is the part when everything started feeling a little bit more real. When I placed the order, kind of scared that no one was going to show up, no one was going to subscribe to my mail club, but I still put in the order for all the supplies because I wanted to show what you were going to get if you did decide to join the print club, and there was very little way of me showing that. I did a couple of different mock-ups on Canva, but I wanted to show what it would really look like. So I did purchase some supplies. I purchased a small amount, the smallest amount that I could, and I did a couple of mock-up prints using my own printer. I think my favorite part is the bookmarks. I've never made bookmarks before, and I hope to continue to make them in the future. I'm showing you now the comparison between the official print and the mock-up print. So on my right is the mock-up print, and this is the official print. I hope I'm saying that right. My right? The one that I'm showing you now is the official print, and then the mock-up was the one that was in front. I think the official print came out slightly better than my mock-up. I think you could see the texture and the different layers of colors a lot better than on my mock-up. I think my mock-up kind of flattens the colors a little bit more than the official print, but either one came out very nicely. Another favorite part of this entire experience was the studio letter and crafting that. I think it ties the whole thing together. I've been really into folklore and folk inspired creativity, and so I decided in my studio letter to share some new things about each flower of the month of January, and also share a little bit of like the folklore behind the flowers and the fruit that you might see in January. A lot of people don't know that you can find, surprisingly enough, fruits in January. And I don't think we think of January as a fruiting month. We kind of think of it as a time of rest or a time of renewal, like New Year resolutions, things like that. But we don't really think about the flowers, the plants that are all around us. So I wanted to add that into my print club. The part that got a little slow, a little tedious, was figuring out the right size of the letter. I made many mistakes, cut lots of paper. Me and my printer have this ongoing beef right now because sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. But in the end, I finally had everything put together. I think what I learned the most throughout this journey of starting my print club is that you don't really start things because you feel ready. You really only start things because you build that momentum and you're telling yourself you're ready. You might not feel that you're ready. It might be kind of scary to start something new. And trust me, I am a true introvert. I don't like going to new places unless I have someone with me. I get really scared and really anxious driving, especially to new places, unless I have someone to come with me. So I understand the fear of starting something new or doing something that is scary or doing something and not knowing how it's gonna end up. So this is me trying to be brave in the face of all this fear and unknown. When I put together the first Bee House Print Club envelope, I felt the feeling of relief and also of excitement. Right now, there's not many, and that's okay. Every big thing starts out very, very small, and I have to constantly remind myself of that. I remind myself that this isn't about going viral or growing really fast. It's about building a community of people, building something that fits my lifestyle, and it's also building something that makes me want to come back to painting every day. If you're an artist or a maker or someone who wants to build something, I hope this is a reminder that you don't have to do it with a large audience and thousands of subscribers. Allow yourself to build quietly, allow yourself to start small, and allow yourself to let things grow slowly. And this is a little reminder for myself that I'm choosing that path. If you would like to be a part of my little world that I'm building with the Bee House Print Club, it is now open. And if not, that's okay too. I'm just glad that you're here with me today. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye. Take care.
Still rough around the edges. I guess that some things never change. Yeah, I know that it's been ages, but it kinda feels the same. No matter how hard I try, you cannot push me out, so just listen. I've been thinking of you since you broke it and moved to LA. And no matter how hard I try, I cannot get you out of my system. I know we both have some things left to say. Can you stay a little longer? Can I make